What is good, fam? You know who I am. If you've been tuned into the channel, right? If you've been tuned into the channel, but if you are new, make sure you subscribe. Join the tribe. But if you've been tuned in and you already know the vibe, listen, family, this is why your life is so boring and how you can change it, okay? Make sure you watch this video all the way to the end because I've had times and long stretches in my life where you know, you really ain't got no motion. Shit is kind of slow. Shit is kind of dry. You know what I'm saying? There's no plans, nothing to do, nowhere to go. You might not even have girls. You know what I'm saying? You got no rotation, bro. And it's just like, damn, right? And you kind of just going through the motions, and it's just boring. Life can get boring. Life by default, for a lot of people, is boring. Why? Let's talk about it. Well, the reason why your life is boring, first of all, and there's multiple reasons, right? First of all, you're literally not doing the things you love to do. Like, you forgot about the things that bring you true joy and pure bliss, right? There's things that will bring you real sense of happiness, right? And for some reason, you're not doing them. Whether that's just painting or making music or going for hikes. It could be anything. Swimming, you know what I'm saying? It could be any type of hobby, helping people. I mean, the list goes on. The thing is, whatever it is that maybe you have a passion about or something that you love to do, maybe it was something that you loved to do when you were younger. Maybe you like to ride bikes or skateboard or play basketball or play frisbee or like play video games or do puzzles, whatever. Like, you stop doing the things you love to do. So your life right now is boring because you're not doing the things that bring you a sense of excitement, right? A sense of fun, right? So start doing things, okay, that are fun. That's the solution to that, okay? Start doing things in your life that you find fun. It doesn't matter if him or her, she don't like to do it. It doesn't matter. Sometimes, and this will take me to my next point, that's okay. Sometimes that's just how it is, okay? So start doing the things you love to do and start doing the things that are fun to do, okay? And then obviously, by default, your life won't be as boring, okay? Now, this ties into the next point. And so another reason your life is boring is because you're hanging out with boring people. Yeah, right? The people around you, they're not stimulating. They don't have cool things going. They don't have any exciting stories. They don't have any drama. They don't have any type of just nothing. They're just dull, dry, just like sometimes people around you have no personality. Sometimes they have no pizzazz, no charisma. Sometimes the people around you are just super lame. Like, they're boring. You know what I mean? And so you're just surrounded by a bunch of other boring people doing boring stuff, having boring conversations. And I've seen this, and it's actually kind of crazy. Like, you'll see this next time you go out, if you go out. I'll talk about this in the video about how that's something you should do. But I've go out, you know what I'm saying? So I see groups of individuals who I can tell about who are, when they're by themselves, they're like bored, lonely people. And so they get together with other bored, lonely people. And so that's good because that's like a step in the right direction. But now it's just weird. There's like no real connection there, okay? So now you just have a group of bored, lonely people who don't even really have anything to talk or connect on because they haven't done personal work. They haven't done real personal development work, which is why I'm such a strong advocate of doing personal development work, right? Book a free call, okay? If you need help taking your mindset, your life, your business, just everything to the next level, breaking through, finding freedom, please book a free clarity call with me. Because a lot of the times, your life is just boring because simply you're boring in a sense where you haven't done enough work. You don't have enough going on in your life. You haven't put enough challenges in your plate. You haven't taken enough risks. You haven't done enough things. Like, you're just not doing enough in your life where it's just like there's not enough going on, right, to keep your attention. So there's a lot of stagnation, okay? And so going back to the point before this, though, it's like, sometimes you're gonna have to kind of do things by yourself sometimes. Another reason why you're you're bored is because you're hanging out with these boring people. So you can either what? You can either start to hang out with different people that are, more fun, right? Less boring. Or if you're like, if you're a chosen one, you're probably gonna find out like you're just gonna start just doing things by yourself. Just start doing things on your own because, well, first of all, some of those things that you love and those things that you find fun, other people might not, right? So by default, naturally, you're gonna find yourself just by yourself doing things, which is fine. And so that's another thing you're gonna realize is that you're bored right now because you're waiting for other people and permission and just like the approval and for everybody else to give you plans and for everybody else to tell you what to do and for everybody else to come up with an idea. Nah, bro, you gotta go do things on your own, take initiative. You know what I'm saying? Get up, make it happen, right? And when stuff is slow, when things are super like just like, you know what I'm saying, when shit is just like slow as a snail stuck in molasses, bro, you gotta get up and make shit happen, bro. Because if you're not growing, you're dying, bro. And so you always want to have motion. You always want to keep things going. You feel what I'm saying? Stagnation is just not it. Stagnation is damn near procrastination. And so what I'm saying here is when you're at a high level, like when you're a successful person, like as you start to reach your goals and as you start to accomplish things, you will literally have no time to be bored. Like I don't have time to be bored. I literally don't have time to be bored. And so that's another reason why you're bored. Okay? And so obviously to fix these to fix these problems, I'm giving you solutions, right? Find other people to hang out with that are less boring, more fun, or just hang out by yourself. Stop looking for permission. Okay, now the next thing is it's like this. If you're somebody who thinks their life is boring, you're just not doing enough, right? Like I was saying. So what I'm saying here is push yourself to do more. Start stacking up your calendar. I don't get bored. Why? Because I'm constantly doing things. I have things on my calendar, plans, right? I have things to do, calls, texts, DMs, content to shoot, right? So you need to start looking at this as an indication. It's like, oh, damn, like my life is boring because I'm not giving myself enough events, right? Like there's just a lack of events. And now these events don't necessarily need to be fun and like extracurricular. You feel what I'm saying? You can do things that are productive. Go to the library, go to the gym, take a walk. Let's do a podcast. Start a business, work on your business, network. Like there's things you can do, travel. And that's another thing. Like you got to get out the crib. I'm just going to jump straight into it. Like another thing is like you got to get out there. You got to push yourself out there into where things are happening. You got to get into the mix sometimes. You got to hit the scene. A lot of times, especially as chosen ones, we find ourselves isolated, right? We find ourselves hanging out, just kind of observing. And it's not even because we don't really like want to get along with people. It's just because like sometimes it just don't seem worth it. But if your life is boring, you gotta do something. So go out, have fun, even if you're by yourself. Socialize, force yourself to socialize. Who cares? No one cares. If you look like any type of way, you like just don't make a fool of yourself. Go out there and spread love, be love, see love. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, you got to go out there. You got to go out. You can't be stuck in the same routine, especially if you're somebody who just goes, maybe you just keep going to, you go to the same job, right? Most people do this. This is what a lot of people do. They wake up mad, hate the world, go to a job where they hate everything pretty much, escape to the bathroom, escape to their lunch, go home, do stupid little things. They're damn near too tired to even like do anything throughout Monday through Friday besides like watch Netflix, play video games, eat, shower, sleep, repeat, eat, shower, sleep, repeat, eat, work, sleep, shower, repeat, eat, work. What's the routine? Something like that, right? That's how it used to be for me. Like it'd be like sleep, work, eat, shower, repeat. Sleep. You know what I'm saying? Just this mundane cycle. So there's no fun in that. When you can predict what's going to happen, when there's no joy, or I should say there's no, just like spontaneity, right? When there's no soons, as we could say it in the culture here, like when you don't have anything like to look forward to other than what you know is coming up, and that which is not even exciting, of course your life's gonna be boring, bro. So you got to have things set up. You got to set dates, date women, set up dates, make plans, tell people to come over, to go out, go see people, go talk to people. Even if you don't usually do it, just do it for the thrill of it. Sometimes you can just go out and not even talk to people. Just go out and look, people watch. Go take a drive. Just drive around your town. You know, these are things that you got to do. And so you got to find peace and fun in the small things sometimes too. You know, if you don't have a lot of money, maybe you can't afford, you know, to go out to a nice dinner or go out to a nice date or travel. So you got to do things that are, you know, free sometimes. Go to the park, go to the gym, do some push-ups outside. You know what I'm saying? I'll do some push-ups right here with you right now. Well, matter of fact, let's wrap this up with some push-ups with the chain on. You know what I'm saying? You can't be bored when you're doing push-ups. Just get swole. Say a quick little 10 piece. I don't want to hit the chain too crazy. But yeah, fam, you know, you gotta find ways to fill your time. And so remember, you know, idle time, they say, is the devil's playground. But if you do catch yourself quote unquote bored, just reframe the perspective, right? If there's like nothing to do, maybe you're tired, maybe you just want to relax, call it out, then call it that. Call it what it is. But no, I'm not even bored, I'm content. I'm just relaxing in the moment. I'm in the present moment. You know, sometimes you're really not bored, you just got the wrong perspective. Sometimes you're really not bored, you just don't have the right word to explain how you really feel. And that's another thing. A lot of times, especially women, you'll notice this. People were always like, oh, what are we gonna do? What do you want to do? What's there to do? Bro, like, keep it all the way 1,000. We're doing, like, what I'm doing is what I'm doing. What you're doing is what you're doing. People are always looking for something to do. Like, oh, what are we gonna, like, in this future? Like, oh, like, so, like, you know, like, just be like, baby girl, this is what we're doing. If we're gonna do something else, I'm gonna tell you, or you're gonna see when we do something else. Until then, this is what we're doing. You feel what I'm saying? So just be mindful and aware of the fact that there are times in life where you're not always going to be like super thrilled and just like lit, bro. Like, you gotta chill out, have some leisure. Look at the sun, you know, look at the plants, man. Go get a pet, you know what I'm saying? Get a cat, get a dog. There's so much you can do to have fun, man, and to make your life less boring. Call somebody, call an old friend, call a family member. You know what I'm saying? Watch comedy, bro. I've been watching so much. Listen, if there's one thing I'd really recommend, start watching comedy, stand-up comedy specifically. Comedy movies, great, definitely. Comedy movies are good, but dude, stand-up comedy, bro. I'm telling you, stand-up comedies are golden. Like, these people get on stage and they just have a way of just captivating an audience, right? And speaking on subjects that are so controversial in almost a truthful way, right? And they just bring so much light and just dynamic polarity to certain subjects, and there's just so much bold subject matter, and it's just raw human connection and reactions that you see in these stand-up comedies are hilarious. So I've been watching a ton of stand-up comedies pretty much every night. Just, it takes me away from just working, grinding, thinking, you know, because thinking makes you, we're not going to say the GAY word on here, but dude, just focus, bro. Focus, straighten up, be stoic. Okay, so there's nothing to do, fine. Perfect. Be bored sometimes. Sometimes you just got to be bored. On that note, as always, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, blessed, and focus on success. Book a free consultation call with me, okay? A lot of you just need to man up and change your mindset. A lot of you just don't have the proper guidance, okay? So let me coach you, okay? Just like some of the best players in the league, Kobe Bryant, Michael Jordan, these are the greatest players, but they still had coaches. So I have two programs, the Westbrook's Method and the Authority Accelerator. Just book a free clarity call with me. We'll see if you're a good fit for either one of them. If not, just keep on watching the videos. If this was helpful, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe. All right, comment. You know what I'm saying? We love reading the comments. Follow me on Instagram. And I'm going to re-say it. I don't even know if I said it before, but as always, stay happy, healthy, wealthy, blessed, and focus on success. And when you see me drop into the video, you already know what to do, fam. Tap in. Peace.